All right, Scorpio, here we go. All right, this is Soulmate Energies update for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for January 2022. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, we're here for a reason. I've been telling you in your weekly updates, mostly, where I pull one card for each sign, then clarify and all that. We've been getting a lot of communication for you, and then your person kind of backed off a little bit, and then we went back to communication for you, blah, 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 blah. We saw the Eight of Wands a lot, for example. Well, here in January, there's a lot going on. We got Venus and Mercury retrograde. We got nodes moving. All right, we got the nodes of the moon, the points of destiny in a new place. For a year and a half, for the next year and a half, we got a lot going on. We got Jupiter in Pisces right now. Y'all saw my Jupiter in Pisces reading. Venus is retrograde, like I said. Mercury retrograde is amplifying it. It's actually helping. Mercury is not retrograde yet, but it will be. I got someone here who wants to fight for this. Wants to fight for something they've been holding on to. This is my pre-shuffle. It's just me talking to the universe. I show it to you. Why not? Someone wants to stand up and fight for this. Seven of Wands has a lot of meanings. You got to look at the cards around it. It's a tricky card to read. I don't care about the cards. The energy is somebody wants to stand up and fight for this. Right here, Ace of Cups is leaking like a sieve. They've been thinking about it a lot. Happiness. You make them happy, mostly in fantasy land. You know, little dreamland. I think they're just going to take a brave, impulsive action and come towards you. Knight of Wands right there. And that's proof of it. Crossing the Knight of Wands is the Strength card. Okay? They're a little bit nervous about it. But we're seeing this in January. We're seeing people coming in, the lovers. The energy is set for you two to come together. The table is set. They just have to. I said the lovers card is a card you're going to see a lot in January. Here it is. I've had it in almost everybody's reading. Libra's reading ended with it. You know, it's like that. They're coming in. Somebody's coming towards you. I mean, this pre-shuffle is pretty cut and dry. They want to stand up and fight for something. They've been holding on to a lot of love. They've had you in dream fantasy land, and that's enough. All right? You make them very happy. Ten of Cups. I got the Ten of Cups crossing the Ace of Cups underneath here. Right? I got the Ten of Cups underneath the Ace of Cups. It's, you know, it's unreal. The Ten of Cups resets to the Ace of Cups. That's why that's important. You know, this is unreal. It's going to be a good reading, Scorpio. You might want to sit tight. Let's shuffle the deck here. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Scorpio for January 2022, universe. Let's see where we go. This first card from the bottom is going to be before the cut. It's going to go right here. It's why the fuck are we here? It's crossed by our overall energy after my final shuffle. Crossing cards are affecting energy. The other cards on the bottom of the baseline. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right, you ready? Why the fuck are we here? Coincidentally, this is the card that was at the bottom of the deck when I picked it up to shuffle for the pre-shuffle. It's Two of Swords. It's Sarah Gilbert, Darlene from Roseanne. Yeah, it's confusion. Somebody's at a crossroads right now. Somebody's getting in their own way a little bit, or they have been. Is more. I feel the energy as a they have been getting in their own way. That's how I feel it. I could be wrong. I could be. Two of Pentacles. Two of Swords, followed by the Two of Pentacles. I think this is someone making a decision. Right there, Queen of Wands underneath it. They don't know what to do. They've been doing a lot of pretending here, but I think they know what to do now. I do think this person's coming in. I feel that very strong. I know I usually call this fakey McFakerman, right? But there's a lot of passion here, and somebody can't hold on to it anymore. They might be a little fake when they come in, but I think somebody's made a decision here. I'm going to stand firm on that. We'll see what the cards have to say. We'll see what the energy has to. But as I feel the energy, I don't think they're too much in their head anymore. That pre-shuffle showed me they've decided what to do. They want to stand up and fight for it. At least on some level. Yeah, there's still a little bit of fear here. I saw that with the Strength card, but I'm giving the deck a final shuffle here. We'll see where we go. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, soulmate cycle from the angle of Scorpio for January 2022. Give me a reading, universe. Who knows what I mean by that? Give me a reading. Let's see where we go here. overall energy. Crossing the Two of Swords. Proof it's Steve's right upright. I love that. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, they made a decision. That's past energy. They've been getting in their own way. They haven't been able to make a decision, but they have. Although with the Queen of Wands there, it's a decision. You know, it's kind of a it reads a little like the Fool in a way, I suppose. What's underneath this? Yeah, 9 Cups right there. The Wheel of Fortune crossed by the 9 of Cups is our overall energy here in this reading. Yeah, they've made a decision. Again, Steve's right upright. They're taking a leap of faith here. I said I felt Fool energy here. It looks a little like she's taking a leap of faith, doesn't it? The Fool sort of taking a leap of faith. They're coming. They know where their happiness is. See, the 10 Cups that we had in the pre-shuffle, that's fairyland. That's sometimes dreamland and all of that. This is the real deal right here. 9 Cups. They want to bring fairyland, dreamland into reality. So they're getting out of their head and they're coming in. I do think they're showing up as Fakey McFakerman a little bit. They're not going to tell you everything they feel, but I think they're going to tell you quite a bit. Our readings on the flip, Wheel of Fortune's our overall energy. So what's been happening is not going to be happening anymore. Something's changing here. And this is also communication, by the way. So is that. Because you don't get that without communication, really. At least not in this case. Let's go. This is the energy around the connection. This is how your person feels in the 3D. I'll take a peek into their private feelings. Right here is how they feel about you in the soul. You specifically. Not what they show you, not what they tell you in the 3D. Because it's been, you know, like talking to Sarah Gilbert, really. 2 of Swords. You know, a little, you know. This is the hidden energy right here. What the universe wants you to know. I'll tell you what she says. It's red with the overall energy of the connection, and right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't read free will. I'll clarify everything. I'll throw some universe cards over the top. If I think we need to extend it, Scorpio, I will. All right. You ready? Let's go. What's the first card out? What's the energy around the connection right now? It's 5D energy, folks. 3 Swords. A lot of pain here. Everybody's hurt. Everybody's disappointed. All I get off of this card, Kurt Cobain, in pain, is disappointment. As disappointed as Kurt would be if he came back from the dead for a minute and saw what the fuck happened to the genre that he made famous. It just went to shit. It went to shit. Okay? It did. Very disappointed. As disappointed as I am in what I was just talking about. Right there. 3 Swords. It's a lot of it. And this is one of the cards that I always say drives people to come in. Once you start feeling this, there's an equal amount of love in the opposite direction. Equal and opposite reaction. Laws of physics don't change. All right? How do they feel in their emotions? Let's take a sneak peek. Yeah, very nostalgic. That's why there's so much pain here. 6 of Cups. A lot of nostalgia. Think it back. Think it back to how they did you wrong. Think it back to what they did wrong. Think it back to, mostly thinking back to the pain. They're focused. They're not focused on the happy. That's what's really funny here, because they're headed for the happy. It's all about the change. All right. They need to turn this around. How do they feel in their soul about you? Love. Queen of Cups. When this card falls here, when this card falls anywhere, it's the most love one human being can feel for another for me. This is, for me, in my readings, the most powerful card of love. The universe knows that. It don't give me this card a lot. And there's a reason for that, because the universe knows how we pull cards. And I've been pulling cards, well, almost 32 years now. And I'll tell you what, the universe and I are old friends. It knows when to give me this card. In the soul, this person is madly in love with you. Love, love, love. And I told you already. Rewind, I said it. Right here. Queen of Cups is bookending the 3 of Swords. I said equal and opposite reaction. For as much disappointment as Kurt has for what happened to his music genre, he has that much love for it too. That's why he's disappointed. He wouldn't be disappointed if he didn't love the genre of music he created. Would he? No, of course not. He's very disappointed. He loved that music. It was great. It spoke to his generation. And afterward, it just threw up in the corner and puked on his generation after he was gone. Right here. As though they have a lot of love for you. That's why there's so much disappointment here. That's why there's so much nostalgic thinking in their head. Well, what did I do wrong here? What can I fix? How do I fix this? There's a lot of how do I fix this here. It's all minor arcana. Well, it's a court card, but still. The whole reading is clarifying a major arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. So, again, there's a whole lot of how do I fix this here. It implies the wheel is turning. Very interesting. Let's talk to the universe. What's it have to say? It's red with Kurt here. 3 of Swords. These two cards are red together. Maybe we'll find out some more. The Tower. Yeah. A lot of disappointment. And it's this disappointment that's going to cause lightning to come bringing it all crashing down. It's going to come crashing down right there. Lightning Crashes, a song from this era, from Kurt's era of music. You might want to listen to that song. It might have something to do with all this shit. I don't know. Lightning Crashes. It is what it is. Either way, there's a lot. It's this disappointment. The universe is saying it's this disappointment that's going to cause whatever this final outcome is to happen. It's going to cause the wheel to turn. Okay. Otherwise, they're just sitting in nostalgia and woe is me over it, feeling the love. So we need action cards here. Otherwise, it's just a stalemate, if you will, an energetic stalemate. What's the potential final outcome here? 4 of Swords. It's not an action card. It isn't. But we're also going to clarify. It's not. It is in some way a stalemate. However, it is healing. All of this is causing their heart chakra to open. We're going to have to clarify to see where that's going. But as it stands right now on the baseline reading, while somebody wants to talk to you and they're done getting in their own way with 2 swords and 2 pentacles back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, they are sitting in a lot of pain about it. A lot of love here, though. And the universe says, wait for it. Wait for it, motherfucker. Okay. Well, it gave me the 4 of Swords there for a reason. Let's find out why. Let's clarify. Why is the 3 of Swords here? Why am I looking at Kurt Cobain? Every time I see him, I feel sad. I feel so sad what happened after he died. What happened to that genre? I feel so sad. Yeah, it really makes me sad. Every time. I raise a Heineken to you, Kurt. I do. Okay. Give me 3 swords. Why is it here? 3 swords. Yeah. Equal and opposite reaction, folks. 4 of Wands crossing 3 swords. This can tell me as well if they've got something going on their side. The universe hasn't wanted to talk about third parties much in these readings, except for Leo. Boy, did it want to for Leo. But if your person does have another relationship on their side, it's fraught with pain. Okay? There are 2 slashes in the heart here, so that is possible. But I'm just being honest with you. There's no third energy coming in. The universe just wants to tell you something, okay, about your connection with this person. On the your connection side, yeah, they fucking love the shit out of you. Okay? It's a very powerful connection. They love the shit out of you upright is right here. And they're thinking the shit out of you upright is right here. This person there's a lot of damage done to this connection. This connection, either you or your person or the connection itself, I feel it's mostly the connection itself. In part your person, because there is pain here. But the connection needs healing. Why is 3 of Swords here? You have 4 of Cups. 3 of Swords is here because somebody didn't care. Somebody in the beginning didn't care. They didn't see the value in this. It's that simple. They passed on it. May have passed on it for something. No, they passed on it for the status quo is the easiest way to put it, because there's no third energy here. I can't say your person's married. If they are and they passed on it for a marriage or something, there's a lot of pain in that. That's something that hurt them. But generally speaking, all of this pain is here because of apathy. Because somebody just didn't care. They didn't see the value in it. Until they did. The Page of Swords. It is a card of disappointment. It's why the Four of Cups is here. But I said until they did because that's spying. Somebody's been spying. There's spying energy. Spying energy has a certain flavor to it. Okay? Just a certain little flavor. And that's got it. It's a little bit, but it's there. And I think what happened is they saw what they missed. She turned around and saw the Skittles rainbow. Whereas before, she just wasn't even interested in looking at it. She just wanted to take a shit in the yard. That's all. Why is the Six of Cups here? What's all this nostalgia about? It's a lot of nostalgia. Jesus, it's a lot. I'm tearing up over here. Okay? I am. Mostly because I got something in my eye. But I am tearing up. Why is the Six of Cups here? Why is the Six of Cups here? What do you got for me? Give me something, universe. Give me something to fucking work with, will you? All right. Ace of Wands crossing the Six of Cups. All this thinking back, all this nostalgia causing me to tear up on my side. Oh my God. I'm sorry. All of that combined, because this is tied to the Kurt Cobain and Pain Three of Swords, is exactly what I told you. It's causing a new beginning here. I know that because the whole reading is clarifying the Wheel of Fortune. There has to be. This can't end with nothing. With stillness. It can't. There's a tower just before it. It can't. If it does, I will scrap the reading. You'll never see it. So if you're watching this reading, because I got it wrong. I read something wrong. Or the cards came out wrong. Or something came, it wouldn't make sense. Wheel of Fortune's here. Yeah, Ace of Wands. Remember, these cards read with these. So we can get a clue as to what will fall on top of this from what falls on these. So far, it's an Ace of Wands. Yeah. And the Burger King. Somebody's going to take control here. Somebody likes control. Somebody is stubborn. But that's not what this means here. In the position here of their feelings, we're peeking into their feelings. They're going to take control of the situation. And I believe when they do, because there is a tower here, I believe we see some forward movement. I believe we do. Five of Pentacles. It's their stubborn behavior that caused them to be out in the cold. But somebody's going to take control here. There's a key to get in. Somebody wants to come out of the cold. It's surrounded by cards that say that. Your person, what this reading is telling me, because there's a lot of things that have to happen here in this reading. I'm kidding about scrapping the reading, by the way. I wouldn't. It's possible it ends with nothing. But it's unlikely because of the Wheel of Fortune here. What I'm saying is, your person on the surface is both in and out at the same time. They're Schrodinger's person. They can't leave, but they don't want to come in because I don't know. It's an ego problem is the easiest way to put it. Right? They're leaving themselves out in the cold for ego problem. If the energy here is right for an Ace of Wands. And we see it. We see a tower here. This Three of Swords, too much of this is causing a tower. Now, we could read it another way. If we were reading by the cards, we could say, yeah, because they were apathetic and blew this off, it caused the tower, caused the whole thing to come crashing down. But that's not what the energy says. So, you know, I'm going to go with the energy because the energy is what's accurate. These are just cards with pretty pictures on them. Why is the Queen of Cups here? So in the soul, they love you. Your souls are madly in love with each other. In the 3D, we're dealing with somebody with some ego problems. Alright? Come kneel before Zod kind of shit. And they left themselves out in the cold. They're still leaving themselves out in the cold even though they want to come in from out of the cold. And they can. They have the ability to do it. I think they're going to take control and come in. I feel that in the energy. Because I don't usually feel forward movement here. I feel nothing but healing off of this. And I think conversation is required for healing in this connection, or some sort of closure or something. Why is the Queen of Cups here? Give me Queen of Cups. And don't give me no shit here, universe. All right, Five of Swords, crossing that. Yeah. See, It's what I told you. There's an ego problem here. This is a card of false victory. It's a card of self-sabotage. It can be. It's a card of my coffee house guy, right? Pays too much for coffee. He make $20 a day. He pay $10 for coffee, and then he gets a muffin with it. By the time he makes like 10 cents at the end of the day. This person is sabotaging this with their ego. All right. They're trying to find an easy way. I get that. Taking control, trying to find an easy way in. Yeah, look what came back. Ace of Wands. They want a new beginning in the soul, but I believe that's what this Five of Swords is here, because I needed forward movement there to prove that energy read. Yeah, it's a false victory. They're trying to find some kind of easy way to do this. There's no easy way. Just come in and open up a little bit. Yeah, the High Priestess. They're doing a lot of. They feel this deep on in the soul. The High Priestess is sitting on top of the Queen of Cups with an Ace of Wands here, and your person is trying to find the easy way, like this guy here. He don't want to work for a living. He wants to find the easy way. Right? It's a false victory, because the soul really loves you. It wants this new, passionate new beginning. I saw it with the Queen of Wands earlier. I wonder if she'll come back. I don't know. Why is the Tower here? This is very interesting energy. You're dealing with a very interesting person. You're dealing with a person who's had you in secret fantasy land for a long time. I can tell you that. But bringing secret fantasy land out into the open is kind of scary. But somebody wasn't interested in this at some point until they were. That's an easy way to put it. And then sometimes when that happens, when we don't want something until we do, we've blown it, on some level. Too much water under the bridge kind of a thing. I don't know. That might be the case here. I don't know. Let's find out what else the universe wants to say. Why is the Tower here? Why is the Tower here? Yeah. Queen of Swords crossing the Tower. Somebody's figuring out a way to come in. Somebody wants to speak the truth. Somebody is realizing the truth. The Queen of Swords holds the Ace of Swords. It's red with the Three of Swords as well. There's a lot of weirdness here. Yeah, victory. Now again, it's what I just told you. It's what I just said. The Six of Wands is red with the Four of Cups. Somebody didn't want this until they did, and I think they did all of a sudden. All of a sudden. Because I started seeing it in your weekly card pulls. Remember, we got like 2-3 readings in a row where you got the Eight of Wands from different decks. Kind of a thing. It was like that. It was literally like that. And then they backed off a little bit, I think, in the recent one. They didn't want it until they did. And that's always a problem in life. Sometimes we don't get that. You don't get that. Yeah, there it is, the devil. There he is. Yeah, it's devil energy. They didn't want it until they did. And now they want it. It is kind of an obsession. They might be spying. That spying energy is small on that card. Okay, it's not really why it's there. It's there because, they learned some things. They definitely learned some things and thought about some things. I see that with the Six of Cups. There's an obsession in play right now, is what the universe is saying, which is why we have a very powerful card here at the base, at the message from the universe, the Tower. Okay, they want victory, and they're actually thinking about it a lot. They might be in your mind and in your soul, but you might be thinking about them a lot. I'll just phrase it that way. It's easier for people to understand. You might be feeling them a lot, I could say, but they're probably popping in your head quite a bit. This is interesting. Now, this is our lead-in card to Four of Swords. Now, there's healing energy around this. I think the Emperor takes control and comes in, puts the key in the keyhole and comes in from out of the cold. But I also think, because the Five of Swords was crossing here, that this person is trying to find an easy way around. Because they didn't want it until they did. They didn't want it for a long time is the implication there. And there's a lot of pain here. This is a whole lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. I see it with the Six of Cups, for sure. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why's the Four of Swords here? Give me the final on this, universe. This is what I've been waiting for, to clarify that Four of Swords. Here we go. Here we go. Why is the Four of Swords here? I got my answer. Oh, yeah. Yep. You're going to do this to me, aren't you? It's the moon. It can go either way. I'm going to look at what's under it, what's fueling it in a second. I haven't yet. It can go either way. It can be Silent Bob, right? Not saying anything, keeping everything secret. This person definitely has some secrets. There's no doubt about that. It could be fear. There's a lot of fear coming off that card. Yep. But what else is coming off that card is, as I already told you, you're going to find out some things in January. Some things are going to be revealed to you. It can be secrets coming up from the surface. The moon lights some things. Sometimes you still need a flashlight, even with a big moon like that. But it does light some things. Yep. Seven of Wands. It's where we started. It's somebody standing up to fight for this thing. And I wouldn't be surprised if our entire pre-shuffle is right here. Yep, the whole pre-shuffle. The pre-shuffle replays at the end after all this shuffling. Shuffle, 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 shuffle for the whole thing, shuffle for the cut, all that shuffling. And the entire pre-shuffle is still intact and comes back to cross the final outcome. How's that for symmetry for you? That's fucking mind-blowing. And as I pick up the cards, I'm left with a Nine of Wands. Nobody's ever let this go. This connection, somebody's coming in to fight for it and bring healing. I think you're going to find out some secrets, like I told you. I said that's the primary energy here. You're going to find out some things, but there's still going to be a lot you don't know. But there is some healing coming here. I believe this Emperor takes control, and she does. It's a she on the card. Your person can be a dude. Put the key in and come in from out of the cold. But I think that they're self-sabotaging themselves in the soul by not opening up to you. Well, we already knew that was there. The Nine Wands is that right there. Again, it's a card of perseverance. This is a very stubborn person you're dealing with. And look who came back. I said, I wonder if we'd see her again. We already saw this. And I already told you it means they're coming in. Yep, they are. But they're coming in. They're sabotaging. It's everything I already told you. Again, I'm pretty good at reading energy. I'm all right. Hi, I'm Steve. Nice to meet you. Queen of Wands is pretense. They're I think the Emperor is taking some control. She coming in from out of the cold, putting the key in. But I think because they feel so much, with the Five of Swords crossing here, they're self-sabotaging a little bit by not opening up to you. And sure enough, I get this. All right? Nobody's ever been able to let this go. The Nine of Wands. This has been going on a spell. All right? It really has. It's the wounded warrior. Everybody's wounded here. Four of Swords, we need to bring some healing. It's coming very lightly, and with the moon crossing, that just backs up my moon energy, where I said you're going to find out some things. The moon lights some things. You still need a flashlight in certain places, you know. And the Queen of Wands here is pretense. She feels a lot deep down, but she only shares what, you know, very superficial. And that's how they're self-sabotaging. That's why the Five of Swords came here, crossing the soul energy. All right. They need to open up. For real healing to occur here, the Emperor needs to open up, but I think there's still a lot in their ego. I don't know if they can do that. Let's test the universe, but there is change coming here. For sure. Absolutely. For most of you. It can't be all. It's not mathematically possible. This is all of you. This is all of you with your person. For sure. But whether or not, you know, they could still chicken out. But for most of you, this person's coming in. It's right there. We saw it right at the beginning of the reading. When I saw that Queen of Wands, I said, yeah, I see it. I see what's happening here. And sure enough, we got proved with the Five of Swords crossing in the soul. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe. Give me 3 cards, universe. What else you want to tell Scorpio before we let them go here? I'm not going to extend this. There's nowhere to go. This person is in their ego. They have been. But it's not so much an ego as much as keeping this in dreamland too long. Again, I reiterate the message from the universe, or the secondary message from the universe anyway. They didn't want it until they did. Okay? And then when they did, a lot of time had passed. You know, now they're sitting there thinking, and now they're feeling all that pain. But they still want to take the easy way out. Emperor always likes to do that. Take the easy way out. Especially an out of balance emperor like that. That's a Burger King right there. Got to have it their way. Control everything. Ego, pride, all that. So, I'll go in and talk to Scorpio, but I'm going to make sure that I look cool while I do it. It's like the person trying to be cool who walking down the street and they trip over a crack, and rather than kind of get laughed at by people, they make it look like they plan to do that. You know what I'm saying, right? Oh, I planned that. That's cool. I meant to do that. I'm all right. Like they were doing a pratfall when really they were just a fuckwit and tripped over a goddamn crack. You know, it's that kind of energy. I'm not saying your person did that. I'm saying it's that kind of energy. Give me 3 cards, universe. What else you want to tell Scorpio here? What else can I tell Scorpio for you? Yeah, we pull from the bottom. Look at that. It was the card that was underneath that. I did a lot of shuffling there. I told you my whole trip story. 9 of Cups. Is that one card? That's one card. Queen of Swords. 9 of Swords. And crossing the Queen of Swords is the 9 of Pentacles. For some of you, the Emperor is worried about losing their independence in this connection. It's nonsense. If that applies to you, it's not all of you. But for some of you, that's the case. It's nonsense because the 9 of Swords is here. All of this is nonsense. Regardless, somebody is shutting down their emotions to come in and get their 9 cups of happiness. You understand what I'm saying? The Queen of Swords. Just follow me here. The Queen of Swords, male or female, is coming to get 9 cups of emotional fulfillment as the Queen of Swords. Fancy sandals and all. Okay? And they're trying, she's very pensive. They're trying to think about it. Think about how to do it. And in doing that, they're coming up with all sorts of nonsense. Getting themselves worried about communicating, trying to come up with a clever way to come in. Why? Well, for some of you, they're worried about losing their independence. I see that. But for the rest of you, it's because you got a falcon. You know, you're the 9 of Pentacles. This is Empress energy, minor arcana, Empress energy. All right. Also, for some of you, this person may be, again, with the Emperor ego, they might be, maybe you make more money than they do, or they're worried they don't have enough to bring you emotionally or pentacally. You know, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's going to vary for all of you because it's a general reading. My point is, the Queen of Swords is coming to get 9 cups. And that's what I told you. That's self-sabotaging with the 5 of Swords crossing here in the soul. That's the wrong approach. Okay? And it's going to cause, it might cause you to be up all night. And I hope it doesn't. Because it shouldn't. Because I've already told you, they're holding a lot of love for you. Okay? A lot. And they want the new beginning. They're just trying to find the easy way to do it. Just like my analogy of the guy who trips on the sidewalk. And rather than just, you know, blush a little bit and walk down the street and have some humility, I planned that. You know, I planned to do it that way. It's that kind of energy, and it always leads to this. Somebody's overthinking here a little bit and might be overthinking at the end. Don't bother. Okay? This is always nonsense. Don't let it keep you up at night. Somebody is coming towards you, but I think it would be wiser if they opened up a bit more. It would bring a lot more healing. They're keeping some things in the shadows. All right? But they are kind of obsessed about you. The universe does want you to know that. And the universe also wants you to know that they do want this, even though before they didn't. Yeah. Or, at the very least, they could take it or leave it. All right, I won't say didn't want it. Nah, you know, I'm gonna stick with what I got. Okay, whatever. Liar. Okay, that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If I help one person today, I've done my job. This reading stretches, by the way, from right now, December 29th, right up through the early part of February. We're going to see a lot of shit happen in January. There's a lot going on. There's going to be some very interesting readings from me on some of those things, such as the node shifts and all of that. So you might want to pay attention to some of that, all right? If you want to. And that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. Okay? These people need to stop self-sabotaging these runners. They need to just admit that they tripped. All right? You didn't plan it. You tripped. Come in, fall on your sword, and bring some healing. Enough of this nonsense. All right, good luck, everyone.